Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon bringing you guys a reading today. And this one is called Your Twin Flame Love Story, Fever in My Heart, Fire in My Soul. So this is going to be about your twin flame. If the twin flame label doesn't resonate with you, this could also just be a person that you feel very deeply connected to. It's been very transformative, your dealings with them, perhaps your separation. I do tend to channel for those that are experiencing either a challenge or separation, your connection, but just take what resonates for you, you guys, and get rid of anything that doesn't. I did create an outline today, so we are going to go into some of the reading here, and then we're going to go into the other half over on the extended channel. So I'll put that link down below. All the decks I'm using here today are actually created by myself. A lot of them were specifically designed for the twin flame journey. And what we're going to do is we're going to really take a look at why you and this person came together in this lifetime, what roles you represent to each other. And then on the extended, I'll put down below what we're going to go into further over there. So divine masculine, divine feminine, I will be using both of those particular titles, but I do tend to channel for the divine feminines out there. So I'll be doing it from that perspective. Okay. And I do say he, or he, she, her, him, all that sort of thing. And it's just the way that I channel, so just apply everything how it fits your situation. This beautiful organ is actually called Fever in My Heart by Michelle from Wing and Bell. It's literally an anatomical heart here. It's very cool. And I had her create that for me for just my own understanding and my own connection to the twin flame journey. So anyways, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what we need to know. We're going to take a look and see what energies ultimately brought you and your twin flame together in this lifetime. Let's look. This particular deck, it's a revised edition, but this concept is the very first deck that I ever created. So deck number one for me. And it was just everything that resonated for me on my particular journey. So I will just give this a shuffle and we'll see what energies ultimately brought you and your twin flame together in this lifetime. A deck to go with this, the tarot is on its way, so look out for that. Oh my. Okay, you guys, why were you and your twin flame brought together in this lifetime? To experience a dark night of the soul. Seriously, I'm sure that if you've been on this twin flame journey for a while, you have gone through this, and I'm sure your counterpart has as well. But we have ego death, difficulty, and pain. Man, pain is a great motivator for change. And so I feel like you guys have definitely gone through something major since meeting your person. And your person has obviously gone through their own ego death, or is maybe currently going through their ego death at this time. It's not supposed to be an easy connection. You know, just because it's a divine connection doesn't mean it's going to be perfect, doesn't mean it's not going to have its challenges. There's lots of things that you guys are going to trigger within one another in order to have your ultimate healing and ascension in this lifetime, which is my belief as to why twin flames come together in a lifetime. You know, there's all kinds of different beliefs out there, you guys. Just take what resonates for you. All right, let's see what else. Okay, and we also have compromise. Look at that. Arrangement, settlement, happy medium. Yeah. So it's not about compromising your own, sorry guys, hold on for just a second. I just want to make sure this doesn't fall. It's not about compromising your own health or well-being and doing something that doesn't feel in alignment with you, because that's compromising your own like mental health and just your own needs, you know, the thing, your worth, your value, etc. But it's also about finding a happy medium with someone where you don't necessarily need to have them in your life in order to function or be happy. Obviously, that would be called codependency. You know, people can toxically hold on to the other person, even though they're doing things that aren't good. They're doing things that are, you know, destructive. So you and this individual are supposed to really trigger each other in a very dark way, maybe bring out darkness within one another. And I'm also getting too that you're supposed to be mirroring one another. You have these two people that are looking into each other's eyes. So there's something that you're seeing about yourself through your twin flame, and they're seeing something about themselves through your eyes as well. So the way that you guys are viewing each other or judging each other has also something to do with the shadow work and the ego death that needs to take place. So this has not been an easy connection. This has not been something that's just been freaking, hunky-dory bliss from the very beginning. No, you guys have gone into your dark night of the soul. That is the energy that brought you guys together in order for you guys to kind of rearrange yourself and settle into who you really are in this particular lifetime and actually be happy with that. And once you're happy with yourselves and you love yourselves, then you guys can perhaps come together, come back together and make an arrangement to be in each other's lives. So if that's not happening right now, that might just be because there's still a lot of soul work and development that needs to be done and take place. All right, let's see what else. Yeah, definitely have some shadow here. Okay, and this doesn't mean that this is the only reason that you and your twin flame came together, but this is coming up for a reason in today's reading. Maybe you guys are really experiencing some major loss, doom and gloom, mourning, just like, oh my gosh, I have just been to hell and back. There's a reason for this. This is going to transform you. This is really going to shake your soul up, shake your shit up so it can ship the shit out, if I'm making sense. So this is what this connection is designed for. You guys are supposed to go through some major themes, some major just roadblocks, some major challenges, so you guys can get down to the nitty gritty of what needs to be healed within yourselves. That's it. All right, let's see what else. Yes, you guys can take action. I love this energy, force, movement, because what it does is it moves the trauma. It moves mountains. All of these feelings, all of these dark feelings, all these rock bottoms, it really helps to motivate people to make changes. It's kind of like if you wouldn't have hit rock bottom, if you hadn't gone to a dark night of the soul, if you haven't experienced a death or that feeling of just completely, in being in agony and losing yourself, there's no bigger motivator than that. So it forces you to have to take action on things that maybe you wouldn't have changed otherwise. Maybe you just would have cruised through your life, just being a certain way and unaware of yourself. So your twin flame comes in to hold a freaking mirror up into your face to say, this is who you are and this is what you need to do in order to change. So you represent this for your person and they represent this for you in order for you guys to move through things instead of settle in it, instead of settle for less, instead of living a mediocre life, etc. So all of this is designed in order to get you moving with your healing, with your purpose, your mission, everything. That's what this twin flame story is all about. I love it. Yes, there it is, the last one. Awakening. That's it. This is the person that is going to awaken you on such a deep, profound level. That's what this whole thing is about. Sometimes people can get stuck and hung up on the romance factor here. Like this is the person that I'm going to live happily ever after. May not always be the case, but this is the person that's going to wake your ass up in life to get you going, to light a firecracker under your ass. I swear, Spirit gives me the themes of these readings for a reason, because it does seem to show up in the cards. Fever in my heart, fire in my soul. That's who your twin flame is. So they have been a catalyst for your spiritual awakening, okay? And you have been a catalyst for their spiritual awakening, to awaken the two of you to who you're truly meant to be in this lifetime for yourselves, and then perhaps to each other. That may be revealed later once that ascension and healing has taken place. So let's go ahead and get some more energy using my Diviner's Oracle. All right, let's see what other energies ultimately brought you together in this life. I love this. Oh, you guys, destiny. Yeah, I mean, obviously twin flames are destined to meet in a lifetime, okay? But this is a long road. It's not just a quick, easy journey. Sorry. I think if you're a twin flame and you're watching this reading, you probably already know that, you guys. It is kind of like a lifetime commitment. And when I say that, it doesn't mean that you're going to pine for this person and wait for this person to change in order to be happy in this lifetime. No, you may have to go your own way for a while. You may have to go in another direction. You may choose another partner, such as a soulmate, okay? But this is about patience. Change takes time. It's a development over time. It's not just an instant gratification or destination. It is a freaking journey. So that is what Spirit is bringing forth, is basically indicating here that this is a pathway to your awakening. This is a pathway of movement and change. This is a pathway for you to work through your grief and your traumas and your issues. So that's what you guys are to each other, destined partners to come together to create this pathway for you guys to move through these changes and move through to ultimately end up where you're supposed to go. Oh, I love this. You're not supposed to know everything. Nothing frustrates me more than people that want to know if someone is their twin flame, or they want to know when something's going to happen. Look, life doesn't work that way. And the reason that it doesn't work that way is because we have free will, okay? We have free will. I mean, Spirit can come in, miracle, divine interventions for life and death situations. But when it comes to your free will choices and when it comes to the things that you need to learn, Spirit doesn't it doesn't necessarily intervene like that. It's still up to you. So how this story is going to unfold, where it's going to go, if you guys are going to be able to get to the next chapter, what the ending of this book looks like, it's unknown at this time. But that's the beautiful thing. It's a freaking mystery. This pathway is a mystery. Anything can happen on this path. Why are we so desperate to know how it's going to end? What fun would that be? What fun would it be if you cracked open a book and read the ending before even reading the entire book? That's what makes it exciting to read. That's what makes it an adventure, and you get sucked into the story and you get to experience all the things that the characters are feeling. So why should your journey and this connection be any different? So that's what Spirit is trying to tell us here. And also there are some secrets, as in there's secret knowledge. There are things that are, you're going to go deeper into yourself to figure things out that the probably normal average person wouldn't, because you're on this special pathway, you're on this special journey. It actually forces you to go deeper into yourself than the average person. So you're a twin flame in this lifetime for a reason. And what it's doing is it's really, really getting you deep down into your spiritual knowledge, your spiritual wisdom, your higher self, your connection with your higher power, all of it. So this is also the energies that brought you guys together in this lifetime. We do have birds, you guys. You are going to deal with other people in your journey that are going to have something to say, either about your journey, about this person, or create some sort of anxiety or drama for you. You might also have other people that you experience a lot of soul growth and development with, like friendships, family members, maybe even other lovers that are going to aid in your ascension journey as well. So I don't feel like this is the kind of connection where it's just you and it's just them. There are other players in this story, as there should be. I don't think I've ever read a book where it's just really about just two people. There's usually, other characters in the book that have something to add to the story. And I just feel like that's what's going on here with this gossip, this anxiety, drama, other people, etc. Because I see the birds as people talking, people chattering, people in your ear, people stirring things up, etc. So there's supposed to be some sort of stirring up. There's supposed to also be some contrast here, because if it was just a straight shot and it was just, not a mystery, then you wouldn't push yourself to do any of the work. So there's a reason that there are some contrasts in your story. There's a reason that you're having to deal with other things that could be challenging, because it's ultimately pushing you to learn something of value here. So try not to condemn other people in your story. Let's just say your twin flame is with someone else right now, if that's your story. Try not to condemn that situation. There is something that is developing in that story that you might not understand right now that will make sense later. So really try to just kind of detach from try to detach from the drama of, let's just say, a third party, if that's your situation, or try to detach from people that maybe don't understand your connection. Try not to talk to them about certain things because maybe they're just not on your level and they don't understand what it is perhaps to be a twin flame. So I feel like some of you guys will have to keep some of your experiences kind of to yourself. It doesn't mean you can't talk to anyone about it, but there could be other people that don't truly understand. It's kind of like when you're trying to create a piece of art, you have a really great idea and you share it with somebody, and then somebody's like, "Are you sure? That doesn't sound like that's a smart idea." Or "Are you? That's not going to work out." That's like the last thing that you want to do, is to give your energy to someone that's going to try to, add something that is really unnecessary. So I just feel like some of you guys, you're meant to just kind of keep some aspects to yourself and really just experience your own connection with the divine, your own connection with your twin flame journey, and and just realize that it's an experience. Not everybody is going to understand it, and it's also not everybody's experience either. We also have anchor. So this is about durability, long-term, and steadiness. So it's like anchoring in, making a commitment to your well-being. Sometimes what will happen is people will meet someone, they'll feel this extreme attraction, and then they experience a separation, and then they still feel very connected to this person. So they'll naturally start watching videos or something, and then they come across the label as twin flame, and they're just like, "Oh my gosh, this must be what it is, this and that." But then the person doesn't do what they want them to do, and all they're focusing on is the attachment to this person. They're not really going any deeper into themselves and kind of focusing on what you need to change and what you also need to heal within yourself, and kind of seeing the silver lining in the situation. So then what they'll do is they'll just say, "I'm done with this person. I'm done with this story." There you go. And I feel like if you've been a twin flame and you've been on this journey for a while, you realize that there is something for you to learn here. You realize that there is something that of great value here. And it doesn't mean that you have to ever even see your twin flame to be able to experience the growth and all the wisdom and everything that comes with it. But what I'm getting here is that it's a choice. You're either going to make a commitment to your self-development, your healing and your growth, or you're just not ready. That's what I'm getting at. You're just not ready. And that's okay. That is okay. So some of you get it, and I feel like some people didn't get it, and that's fine. I don't feel like this kind of situation journey is for everyone. So I feel like some people are really going to, invest, and other people are going to it's going to be a quick thing, and then they're going to be in, and then they're going to be out, and then they're going to go on to the next thing, which is absolutely fine. So let's see what else. We have the skull. Yeah. So there is something about needing to stay grounded, because it is very easy on the twin flame journey to get float around in the 5D and live there only. Okay. But you really lose touch with the other people in your life. You lose touch with your own self, your survival. We are living a 3D life. We have to make money. We have to pay bills. Okay. We can't live on air, on positive thoughts, etc. Those are all beautiful concepts, but there's also the reality of things too. And so I feel like we are going to have to anchor ourselves in reality, because sometimes the twin flame journey, it can become very, like a dream. It can become very just like we're only living in 5D. We're only connecting with our twin flame in the 5D. So we can start to lose touch with our reality. So we are going to have to find a way to be balanced on this journey. Take it for what it is. And I find that the best thing to do, it's like, okay, yes, I have this connection with this person for a reason. It really defies all logic at this point. I don't necessarily even need this, or some of you, like me, you may not even want this connection, because like it's just not going to work at this time or whatever, but yet you still feel connected. You still have dreams. You're still seeing your person's name everywhere, and all these signs are coming to you constantly. Like, you're not asking for it. It's just in your energy field. but you realize that there is something of value for you to learn through your experience with your twin flame. And I feel like some of you guys are either coming to that kind of nice, happy medium, or some of you guys are feeling, you know what, I'm just crazy, I'm nuts at this point, it doesn't make sense. And so I feel like Spirit is kind of using the way that I kind of reason and put my rational thinking into, this journey, which is, once you detach and the energy is still there and there's no freaking logical reason why it should be there, look at it as there's something that you're learning. There's something for you to learn of value. There's something that this experience, through what you've had with your twin flame, there's a reason for it. And I feel like that right there, instead of worrying about a destination or if you're ever going to see your twin flame again, or if this is going to work out and you guys are going to live happily ever after, this is about making a commitment that this journey really is about yourself first, and then it can be about the connection, the union. Union is not going to happen until you experience that union within. So that's what this whole thing is about. So I know it sounds very long-winded, but that is what I'm getting here. These energies ultimately brought you guys together for you to experience this major upheaval in your life, to tear everything down that you ever believed about love, about yourself, life, everything, in order for you to pick up all those broken pieces and put them back together in the correct way, in a way that suits you and your own personal values, loving yourself and your own personal needs. And then when you're feeling whole, then these two wholes can come together and create that ultimate divine union. So that is what we have. I hope that this is resonating with some of you guys out there so far. All right, this is my Twin Flame Journey Tarot. Let's see what else we need to know here. Yeah, I love that. So this is, to me, is the Divine Feminine. So the Divine Feminines, you're watching this video right now. Do you see how she's hugging herself, loving herself? There it is. First of all, you're very intuitive and sensitive, and you're probably an empath, being the Queen of Cups here. The Queen of Cups can sometimes have issues with not feeling whole on her own. She doesn't feel like she's of value unless she has someone to love her or she has a partner to take care of. That can be the dysfunctional side of the Queen of Cups. So if that sounds like you guys, the reason that you were matched with your twin flame in this lifetime was to tear up some of these, belief systems, get you shooken up inside, so that way you can ultimately come back to center, which is loving yourself. Okay, love it. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, that's the ultimate goal here. It really is. The ultimate goal for you, Divine Feminine, is to love yourself. That's the actual ultimate achievement. And once you guys both achieve that, then you guys are going to experience that ultimate Ten of Pentacles union. As in, you're going to have a union that's actually grounded in the 3D world reality instead of just in the 5D. Yep, we have the Three of Swords, heartache. And that's the thing. A lot of this connection, as we can see so far, there has been a lot of darkness. There has been a lot of heartache and sadness and grief for sure. But remember, you guys, the only way to the center, okay, is through the shadow, is through the trauma. It's the only way that we're going to get there. Yep, now we have the Devil's card. So the Devil is like the Lovers, actually, in the shadow. It's like the same card, but it's like the Lovers upright versus the Lovers reversed. So right now, because this connection, fever in my heart, fire in my soul, because we feel this so intensely, and especially you, Divine Feminine, because you're so connected, this can be very traumatic for you. This can be very hard for you. It can be hard for you to be without your Divine Masculine. It can almost feel like death, like you're just rolling around and you're thrashing because you feel like you're going to, in some ways, die without your person. How can you ever be happy or find peace if you're not with your twin flame? This is something that you're going to have to fight in this life. You're going to have to learn to turn this that you feel for your twin flame back into yourself. So I think that the reason that there's more coming up for the divine feminine is because the divine feminines are my viewers. So this is like speaking directly to you. But the devil is also about addiction. And it's also about being overly focused on the physical, like attached to the physical reality, attached to, I need to be with this person physically to know that we have a connection. I need to be with this person physically to know that they love me and care about me. You know, that right there, that's where the healing needs to begin. That's where maybe some sort of trauma and what you've learned throughout your life, that's what we believe. We're not worthy, we're not whole unless we have our divine masculine by our side. It would be nice and wonderful if it could be balanced, but I'm getting here right now, it would not be balanced, which is probably why union is not taking place just yet. So still a lot of work to do. And then we have the Nine of Swords. So there is something here where somebody may be sabotaging their connection. So we are going to go into some divine masculine energy too, but the feminine for some reason is coming up only at this time when it comes to what she needs to work on. But we do have self-sabotage. This connection can be your worst nightmare. And I've heard it. I've heard it a million times, actually, on my channel. I've heard it in the comments. I've seen it. I've had people personally write to me. This is a curse. Well, it's only a curse if you look at it that way. And that would be somebody that's looking at it that way is still in that victim mentality. And that's not to take anybody's pain away. But that's also somebody who is looking at another person and holding them responsible for their suffering and their pain. Yes, did they add to it? Did they create that? Absolutely. But it takes two. You have to make that decision on your own, whether you're going to take on this person's projection, what they did to you, and you're going to take it personally, you're going to make it about you, etc. Or maybe there are some unhealthy things that we're engaging in that keep creating this situation in our lives where, you know, sometimes the Queen of Cups can be overly giving. She gives too much. That can sometimes be a turnoff to people. People are like, why don't you value yourself or love yourself? Why are you just willing to do everything and anything for me when I'm giving you nothing? Sometimes the Queen of Cups can be very needy. She needs you in order to feel whole. That's also a drain on someone. So I'm just basically playing devil's advocate here by putting out some scenarios as to how we could actually be creating more issues in our own lives and the connections that we have with other people, instead of looking at the other person saying, you know, they did this, they did that. That's why I'm upset. That's why I'm falling apart. Sometimes that's not always the case. Sometimes the way that we're operating is toxic and unhealthy. And so when you're on this spiritual journey and you're ready and you're willing to take that personal inventory and look at yourself, you can realize, hey, you know what? There's a pattern here. I don't like this. I don't like how I keep having the same nightmare over and over again. But this pain is a great motivator in order for us to have great change. So that's very interesting. So the energies that perhaps are happening right now, feminine, if you have experienced a lot of toxicity and a lot of heartache and a lot, like maybe even attracting your twin flame, your masculine right now at a time where maybe he's not ready, this is really showing you that you need to love yourself and value yourself enough to say, you know what, this isn't going to work for me. I don't care if you're my twin flame or not. This is not right. What's going on here? I am not going to allow you to treat me this way. I'm not going to make excuses for your bad behavior anymore. So do you see how that lesson now is kind of on you? So this feminine has some sort of power right now to start to turn the cycle around, to turn the story around. You're not powerless. That's what Spirit wants you to know. So what role is the divine masculine playing in your ascension and your healing process? I feel like that actually already came out, feminine. So I want to know, what role are you playing in the divine masculine's ascension and healing process? Let's look at that energy, okay? How are you playing a part in this masculine's healing and ascension journey? Let's look. Okay, so this is my Earth and Sky Oracle. Love it. about being loyal and trustworthy, reliable and dependable. So, feminine, you're representing to this masculine a very loyal, trustworthy partner. You show up, you love unconditionally like a dog does, okay? But sometimes the dog can be kicked around and just still shows up. So, this to me is kind of helping highlight for the feminine where the unconditional love boundaries need to be laid, where there may be some sort of confusion to what unconditional love actually means. Unconditional love does not mean that you just allow someone to treat you like trash. Not at all. We don't want to enable people. Sometimes when you love someone, you have to say goodbye. You have to say no. That's sometimes the most loving thing that you can do. So, feminine, this is about you finding your balance. And once you find your balance and you're going to, you're not going to let the masculine treat you a certain way, but you're also going to show up for yourself and do things because you want to do them, not because you expect anything in return. Hence the whole unconditional love message. Once you learn that balance, you're really going to show the masculine a thing or two about love. This masculine may need to go off and have experiences where they are not met with someone like you. And they really get to see how you shine compared to the person or the people that they're trying to connect with. And it's also vibration. If your masculine is not on the vibration of being loyal and trustworthy and meaning what he says, then that's going to be another thing. It's like he's not ready for that type of a partner. So it's about you still showing up and you being yourself and you not changing who you are, like the beautiful part of who you are, just because this masculine can't see your worth or can't see your value. You're still going to be you at the end of the day. You're not going to let even your masculine take that away from you, feminine. So to me, this just shows your strength of character, and it shows that you know who you are. You're grounded in who you are. And if the masculine can't see that gift and that value, then that is his problem. That's his issue. And that's something he's going to have to work out. So that's very interesting that you represent that for him. Ooh, we also have asteroid. So the asteroid means total like tower moment. You are going to represent, feminine, a tower moment, awakening, dark night of the soul, shake shit up for your masculine. Absolutely. Okay. And I feel it's going to be maybe if you've already done this or when you do this, where you said, you know what? I love you, but this isn't good for me. Okay. I love you, but I can't be with you. I wish you all the best, kind of thing. I can't be a part of this destructive course, this collision course that you're on. I can't be a part of your life if you're going to continue to do this. It's like that show Intervention, and I say this all the time. People love their family members, but they actually read those letters at the end while they're doing the intervention and saying, I won't be a part of your life if you continue to drink. Sometimes that right there is unconditional love. And sometimes the victim feels like, oh my God, like you don't love me because you're saying this to me. Well, they're just not able to see it that way at that time. So I just feel, feminine, you are a part of this masculine's major tower moment or dark night of the soul shifting and having interesting, I was going to say a full awakening here. Yeah, we have full moon. Like you're a part of this masculine's coming full circle, actually. Energy reaching like its maximum capacity. This is about the boiling point. So you will be a part of that, feminine. That's what you represent to this masculine. That there's something about what you do or what you don't do, or you shifting your behavior that really helps to wake the masculine up. And it helps to wake them up to see just how special you really are. That you really loved him and cared for him during his darkest hours. You were really there for him, but it's kind of like, I screwed it up. I screwed this up with you. You were so good to me. I can't believe I screwed this up. He's going to have to feel that loss, or he's going to have to feel or come full circle with that realization before he really gets it, before he really truly values you, feminine. So this could be happening right now. This could have already happened. Let's go into my twin flame journey shadows and see what else. Yeah, we have escapist. I do feel like this masculine right now is trying to run away from himself. So of course, if you're running away from yourself, you're going to run away from your counterpart. The truth that you might be saying or the truth that you represent, feminine, it's too much for this masculine. So what you're going to represent for him is someone that he's going to want to run away from because it's too real, it's too raw, it's a lot of work, and he may not be ready. Okay, but the escapist can also be the energy here of somebody who is like trying to escape through you, or they're trying to escape a situation. So this is going to be for those of you that are in a third party situation. That might not be everybody's energy, but you're in a third party situation and you have now become that person that's like the other person, where they can escape their shitty situation. They can escape everything that they're unhappy with. They can escape their crappy reality. And so you're now that person that they escape to. So sometimes that can also be a lesson in itself. All right, let's see what else. And we have sell out. This masculine, some of you guys could have sold out, meaning instead of choosing a real connection with you, they may have sold out for money, status, power, position. They may be with somebody right now that they don't even freaking love, somebody that they're not even attracted to, somebody that they're using, as a matter of fact. But that doesn't always have to relate to another person. They could have just said, you know what, this is great, but I just don't have time for this in my life. I have a lot of things that I still want to accomplish. I have a lot of traveling I still want to do. That could be it as well. But it's easier to sell out than to show up. And that is what I feel you're representing for this masculine, feminine. So you really do trigger him to grow up or run away. And I feel for a lot of you, this is what you've been met with. Okay. So now let's go into my Divine Masculine Tarot. Okay, so here's the initial fire here, the Ace of Wands. There's obviously attraction. Okay, when the first first two of you came together and first met, if I could talk, this was an intense appetite, an intense hunger. I have to have this. I have to have you. I can't say no to this. So the fire, flame, fever in my heart, fire in my soul, there it is. It's like there's an intense fire and longing for you, feminine. And I feel like it was something that he could not resist and say no to, even if he should have. And that means that if he was not available, knew he wasn't going to be able to do a commitment with you, or he's with somebody else, I'm just getting here, it was too strong for him to resist. Three of Swords. That could be the third party. There could be three people. So this masculine should not have got involved with you, feminine, at the time, because he was, obviously there was someone else in the way. But this could be that there was some trauma from the past. That was what was in the way. Or somebody just not wanting to give up their independence, but not that they needed to give up their independence to be with you, but they could have looked at it that way. Something was just in the way. I'm hungry for you, but I'm not going to be able to show up completely for you. So you are going to trigger the moon's energy in the masculine, facing his fears and darkness. So this is not an easy connection for him. It may have been bliss in the beginning. That's the Ace of Wands. It's bliss. It's amazing. It's magic. It's fantasy. It's everything that I've been looking for. And then bam, then the reality sets in and it's like, holy shit, what did I get myself involved in? What do you mean I'm going to have to change? What do you mean that why am I feeling this way? Maybe there was even something in you, feminine, that this masculine was not ready to face within himself. So it became very uncomfortable just being around you. So he may have had to run for the hills. Yeah, but you got to hold on him. He'll never forget you, feminine. So even if he goes off into other situations, or he's been with other people, or he's with another person, it doesn't matter. The flame is still lit for you. You still have a hold on him, and you always will. So that's probably why you're watching this reading, is because you identify with, you know what? I don't necessarily need to have this masculine in my life. I have let go, but yet I'm still connected to him, even though I don't need to be. It's the same thing for him. He may not be actively trying to think about you or get in contact with you, but your energy still keeps coming up for this masculine. So it's the same. And the reason why is because there is a lesson for the two of you to learn within yourselves, connected to each other in this lifetime. So this energy will never go away or die for this masculine. Ooh. You represent the masculine coming to the deep, cold, harsh truth with himself. And this also includes him coming to you so he can set the record straight, so he can tell you what he's been thinking and what he's been feeling, bring you his truth. But I feel like this is a process for him. He's got to go through all this crap, which may be what, you also have to go through certain things too before he can set the record straight with you. But what I'm getting here, feminine, is that this is who you represent to him. You represent the truth. You represent the truth of who he truly is. And I feel like he is going to want to settle settle the record, right? Settle the scales between the two of you in this lifetime, because your energy is still going to constantly be with him. And as he's facing his darkness and as he's going through his journey, he's still never going to be able to completely quit you, be off of you, forget you. So eventually he's going to want to bring you his truth. Eventually he's going to want to clear the air, balance something between the two of you. That's just what I'm seeing here. But the Queen of Wands is on fire. The Queen of Wands just feels everything. The King of Swords kind of fighting it. King of Swords is trying to be hard. They're trying to be logical. They're trying to be rational. They're trying not to let their feelings or their passions or they're trying to kind of stay grounded. So you two are just a little bit different. So you guys are going to go about this journey different. It's not going to be the same. So try not to judge your masculine like, well, he's not doing this and he never said that. He's just a different type of person. Okay. But that's what I have for you guys so far. So we are going to go deeper into this. We're going to take a look and see what are some themes. So some specific themes and lessons that are surrounding important things that you guys wanted to learn and share in this lifetime. So we're going to really dive deep into the contract. We're also going to look at what ended up driving this connection apart. How does the divine masculine feel towards you in this connection now, feminine? What telepathic conversations, dreams, and fantasies are currently like going back and forth in this energy field that you guys share, as well as what is your destiny moving forward as twin flames. So if that sounds like it's going to interest you, definitely check out the extended link down below where you guys can go to that video. And thank you guys so much for choosing to watch this reading today. All right, take care. Bye-bye.